Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about some major news that dropped like 2 days ago. And I'm only talking about it now because I'm a little late on the game. It's been a long time since I did a movie news segment, so I never really talked about the news much in the last couple months. And I thought this is newsworthy that I gotta talk about and geek out about. Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. What? That's right. If you haven't heard, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman both let it be known on Ryan Reynolds' YouTube page that yes, Hugh Jackman is going to be putting on the claws once more as Wolverine for Deadpool 3, while at the same time joining the MCU. Now, some people are probably confused, like, didn't Logan die at the end of Logan? Well, they came out with a second video stating that Logan is not going to be touched. That takes place in the year 2029, so don't worry. And I have a theory on how they could manage to make this all work. First of all, we are in the era of the multiverse. Loki started setting it up. You can say maybe WandaVision to some degree. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home even to another extent. And I think Spider-Man No Way Home and Loki and Doctor Strange are really showing us the clues at where this is going. I think this is going to be a variant of Wolverine. I don't think it will be the exact Wolverine that were from the movies. I think they're going to do it in a way where it won't affect those movies at all. Just like the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, where, you know, those were variants of those characters. Those movies still happened, but the characters that we got from those timelines are variants of those versions, and then were put back, and that created more timelines for those movies. I think this is great. I think Hugh Jackman coming back just makes total sense. If you watch the first two Deadpool movies, they make tons of jokes towards Wolverine and Hugh Jackman. And Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in real life are really good friends. And it shows. I mean, obviously they starred together in both X-Men Origins Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds' role was a little bit smaller, and maybe a lot of people were upset that he didn't show back up at the end. Instead, they got another actor, a stunt actor, sewed up the guy's lips, and yeah, that's the end of that. But then Ryan Reynolds redeemed Deadpool, and we kind of want that rematch in a way, but now the proper rematch, the way it was supposed to be. And knowing that it will be in the MCU, I mean, who doesn't want to see Hugh Jackman interacting with some MCU characters? If this is going to be the real last time that we're going to get Hugh Jackman before we get a new Wolverine, the actual Wolverine that will be in the MCU, I think this is a great opportunity to have fun and allow Hugh Jackman to interact with characters that we never seen before. There were rumors that Mark Ruffalo might be showing up in the movie too as the Hulk. Those were rumors when it was announced that this was happening, and that Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, as well as the Adam Project, which was on Netflix, him and Ryan Reynolds have obviously gained a really good friendship as well. Sean Levy also directed Hugh Jackman in Real Steel. I think that movie came out in like 2011, I want to say. It was a really good movie too. It was about boxing robots. It was like Rocky, but with robots. It was a great movie, really fun. I remember loving it when I haven't seen it in a long time. I should go back and check that out. But it was a really good movie. And so to see this happening, obviously Mark Ruffalo was in the Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds. So that kind of fueled that rumor. And I think it just makes sense. And hopefully a couple of other cameos. Who knows? I would love to see Spider-Man maybe show up in a Deadpool movie. I mean, we gotta see Wolverine and Spider-Man crossing paths at one point, especially with Hugh Jackman. I would love to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine interacting with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Personally, I would love to see him interact with any Spider-Man, even if it was Toby or Andrew. But if we can get Tom, Obviously, he's in the MCU, and if you're going in the MCU anyways, why not? Or maybe this will be the movie that will be like, no, let's go through all the Marvel films that have come before. So they'll go and meet Wesley Snipes as Blade. They'll go and meet the original Fantastic Four, where Chris Evans was in, and make that little joke, hey, you look like Captain America. Maybe they'll go into the 2015 Fantastic Four also. I don't know. They better go all out with it. They can have Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, and Eric Bana all together on screen. That would be crazy. I'm just saying, you know, they just go balls to the walls craziness with this movie, because, I mean, it's Deadpool. And if you're gonna do Deadpool, I mean, he can break the fourth wall and allow these kind of jokes to happen. I'm not getting my hypes, my expectations that high. I'm just like throwing things out there at the kind of craziness they can do, because we know this is going to involve the multiverse to some degree. I think this will also be a great opportunity to introduce a new Wolverine for the MCU at the same time. I think this movie, what I think this movie is going to be, it's going to be a goodbye to the Fox X-Men verse, because let's face it, that was a huge thing that has taken up a lot of years. The original X-Men came out in the year 2000, July of 2000, and you could say the last film was The New Mutants, which came out in 2020. 20 years the X-Men franchise has been around. So if you're going to send it goodbye, Hugh Jackman, number one, is the best character and actor to bring back, because he's the face of the X-Men franchise. When people think of the X-Men franchise, they think of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He is that character that is the face of that whole 20 years. That's why when Hugh Jackman doesn't show up, the movies don't do as great. I should take that back. I think the X-Men First Class did pretty well without Hugh Jackman, although he did have a cameo in that one. But you take him out of Dark Phoenix and New Mutants, look what happens. But I also think this could be a really good passing of the torch, where you can allow a new actor who's going to play Wolverine down the line to meet to allow Hugh Jackman to meet his successor and pass down that torch, if you will. And maybe have Deadpool kind of play a mentor type character to this new Wolverine. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think Deadpool is the mentor type, but like maybe allowing Deadpool to accept this new Wolverine taking over the one that he is obsessed with. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of great opportunity here to not only say goodbye to the X-Men franchise that we've come to know for a long time, but also to allow a new beginning to form here. And I think if you are going to send Hugh Jackman off and pass that torch to a new actor to play Wolverine, what better way than allowing the original Wolverine to pass on that torch on screen? I think it would be beautiful, and who knows, maybe that's what they're doing, maybe not. If I do, you know what, Marvel, you should hire me. I'm just, with that being said, all jokes aside, I'm definitely looking forward to Deadpool 3. I love the first two Deadpool movies, so I can't wait to see how this is handled and how it's going to be integrated with Deadpool in the MCU, and to see Hugh Jackman back maybe one last time. So we'll see. With that being said, tell me your thoughts, guys. What are you thinking of Hugh Jackman returning in Deadpool 3? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you guys like this video. That helps the channel. Subscribe if you are new here and you like all this geeky goodness like I do. And until next time, everybody, take care.